What's going on, guys? I'm going to try this again. I'm having a tough time tonight. I'm tired. I don't feel good. I apologize. I'm all congested and shit. I just don't feel good. I want to talk about, well, mainly because I got beat. I got beat at the store because of my own stupidity. Body Fortress, right? Trying to save a couple bucks, and this is what I get. Alright, so creatine. Creatine's probably the number one supplement out there in the market today. It's probably, in my opinion, the only supplement that works as far as promising muscle and promising to change your physique in any way. Whey proteins work. Well, there's all types of proteins, but supplementing protein works because you're just trying to, consume more protein. So, if you're only eating 200 or 300 grams of protein a day, or milligrams, then obviously, you want to use some protein, right? It helps you repair, recover, and, there's different types. I don't really want to get into it because this is about creatine, but whey protein is the best to take after a workout because it gets into your bloodstream the fastest out of all of them. So this is why I'm talking about it. So I went out to buy whey protein, right? And again, now I look at the front here. Let me just show it to you real quick. Right? I can tell you right now, right? We used to have to look out for like blends and shit like that. And they try to sneak in the cheaper stuff. I'm showing you this really good for a reason. Like I want you to see everything, right? Okay. So they're not spiking that protein with steroids. They're spiking it with a legal compound called creatine. So we used to have to look for, like I said, the blends, right? So you always want like what you're buying, right? So I'm just trying to read it again. So I'm looking for the blends, and I'm reading everything because I don't want creatine. I don't want it in my whey protein. I don't want it. I'm not taking it right now. I don't want it, right? I'm seeing stuff with 10 milligrams per serving of creatine in your protein, right? So this stuff in very, 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 very small letters. I can't even find it again. And I just caught this, and I'm glad I did. It's got 2.5 grams right here. Creatine moderate. 2.5.
That's what house is.
Okay. Regardless, it has a couple milligrams of creatine in it. Now, people are gonna be like, "Oh wow, this fucking this stuff works because I'm getting a little bigger, right? Or seeing a little change." Well, no shit. It's because you're taking creatine, right? So creatine. So it's fucking. I'm so pissed, and I'm not. I'm just mad because I spent my money on it. I was trying to save money. That was the whole purpose, and I'm mad. So you get what you pay for. You know what I mean? This is a lesson that I've learned over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Just fucking throw this in the trash. Any of my friends are watching this. You guys want some creatine, man? I got it. Yeah, take a free bottle. Or jug. Alright, so anyway. So creatine, where did it come from? So it actually came from France. A French scientist. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this guy's name. It was 1832, which really surprised me because I didn't know I knew the estimated times and roundabout stuff, but I didn't actually have the facts until I looked it up. I've taken it for years. I've had my experiences with it, good and bad. Some of it really fucks up my stomach. That's probably the only side effects you really have to worry about as far as your health, as far as I could see or feel or tell or fucking my experience. So it was actually made. In 1832, which surprised the fuck out of me because it really didn't hit the America until like the 1990s, maybe 1992, 4, somewhere around then. So a French dude invented it, and it was made with skeletal muscle, right? Another surprising thing that I didn't really know. What I understand of creatine is that you can find it in like red meat if you eat high red meat diet, right? So the thing about creatine is there's responders and there's non-responders. Like there's actually some people that don't respond to creatine. I think, my opinion, and this isn't facts, but my opinion is that my bro science approach Somebody that eats a lot of steak, a lot of burgers, a lot of red meat, probably wouldn't see much of a difference taking it, or they would be a non-responder, right? Now, I don't eat a lot of red meat. I eat a lot of fish. I eat a lot of chicken and shit. So, for some reason, I respond well. I do get bloated after a little while, but the initial surge of, whatever you want to call it, I grow pretty quickly, and I can see a difference really quick. Especially at the beginning of training, like when you're getting back into the gym and fucking... I've had numerous children, so it's like I've taken time off, believe me, right? So, I'm all over the place, so I apologize. But I think after this video, you guys will get a pretty much a roundabout idea, or actually a better than roundabout idea of what creatine is and does and all that shit. So, besides being the only supplement that really works, it's... creatine is pretty much harmless. You get really bad... I got really bad cramps. And actually, if I ate, didn't eat it, it actually didn't really matter. I got the cramps anyway on certain brands. So, some brands didn't bother me a bit, and I don't really know what the difference is. Probably some sort of additives that either was or wasn't added. But that was pretty much the only thing in the shits. Sometimes I would fucking have to run into the bathroom after drinking creatine in the morning, right? And that's really low side effect compared to some of the stuff out there. Like fucking, I've taken some of the old school, like, I remember some of the fat burners back in the day, fucking panic attacks and anxiety attacks and shit. So, they weren't for me, and they did work. They worked all right. I was biting all my fingernails off, and I was burning calories, and I was missing all my fingernails at the same time. But off subject again. So what they're doing is they're spiking these drinks with it, and whenever I work out, I take whey protein, right? So 2.5 milligrams is not really a lot, but it's enough. Now over time, 30 days or so, if you're a responder or whatever the fuck, then that's plenty. It's plenty. So you're gonna see a difference. You're gonna feel a difference. You're gonna be lifting heavier. You're gonna progress, right? Probably more so than if you weren't taking it. And this is their way of selling their product, and I think it's really fucked up to like really hide it in the middle here. Fucking all, incognito. I'm really upset about it. But they do say it, and I'm fucking an asshole for not reading the entire fucking back. Look at this shit. Look at this. Right? This big, it says creatine. That big. It tells you all the other good shit. So, alright, I'm sorry, I just lost track. So, now, they spike, their stuff with it because obviously it works, right? Now, I'm going to go over the doses, why 2.5 is enough. Now, when I first started taking creatine, we're talking when it hit the market in the early to mid-1990s, there was loading phases. Don't you dare talking to my cat. There was loading phases, right? So you would take like 20 milligrams for the first 4 days, and people said, oh, they're just trying to sell their product, and there's two different ways to do it. Depends on how long you want to take it for. Now, being a person that responds to creatine like myself, I can take 20 milligrams on a loading phase. Yes, my stomach is upset, but I see a huge difference in the fullness of my muscle and, not really size-wise, but size-wise, because I can put on 6-7 pounds pretty much in like 3 days with creatine. Now, is it like the best quality muscle? Of course not. It's it's nitrogen. You're inflated like a balloon almost, which is why you drink plenty of water. Now, a high dose like that is going to, give you a pretty quick reaction to it. You're gonna put some size on, right? Now, 2.5, they say, to 5 milligrams a day over a course of time is what people should do, recommended. You're gonna see the difference anyway. So, but it's just as like a slower, whatever. You get the fucking point, right? So here I am, and buying the whey protein, and they got me with this bullshit. They got me with a creatine product, which is probably a great product if I wanted to take creatine, but I just don't. And this really upsets me. I got it to 9 minutes. I got fucked. So I hope that you guys will read the labels. These guys are crooked, man. These guys want your money, And especially in the cheaper brands, they're gonna give you what works and what's in the mainstream and, you know, whatever. So I guess it fucking works. If I was to take this, I would probably notice a difference pretty quickly. I'd probably have to reread it and be like, what the fuck? Well, number one, my stomach would be cramping, which it doesn't do when I take whey protein. So I'm just trying to read this real quick. But that's pretty much the fucking scoop on the scoop. That's it. It's been around